literally 10K first 30 days of launching. So over the last year, I have been building kind of in private, and I have successfully made a new 6-figure a year business, and I'm super proud to say that. I just want to share kind of everything that's been going on in my mind, because I do want to switch from building in private to now building everything in public and letting you guys see what it's like being a creative entrepreneur, building a real successful business from the ground up. Literally exactly a year ago, I made $0 from this business. And now today, over 6 figures in profit. It's not something that's super easy starting a new business, but if you've been following the channel for a while, you know I've had other successful businesses in the past. I've done over $1 million in profit from my digital products. I'm the type of person that's like, I get bored a lot and I like trying out new things, and I thought starting a new business would be a really cool challenge. It was a challenge for sure. I've learned so much, but I'm so grateful, and this next year is gonna be incredible for it. For those of you guys that don't know what my business is, probably makes sense I haven't really talked about it too publicly, because I've actually just been focused on building it and then getting the results for my students. So with that being said, the business is a education, community, mentorship. I don't really like putting labels on it. Basically, it's my life's work. It's how I've made the $1 million in digital products, packaged into course content, calls, community, a group chat. It's actually really private and really small. Like, there's not many people in here. The reason I haven't been like screaming from the rooftop to join it and to get help is because honestly, I don't want everyone in. I want to keep it small. I want to keep it private. I want to get people results first and foremost before going in and making a bunch more money. I definitely, over this year, could have gone a lot harder and made a lot more money, but I don't think the business product would have been as good. And I'm a product person. As you guys know, like with Shake Sauce and all my digital products, like they're all really great because there's something that I just don't feel right selling, something that I'm not like super proud of, and something that I haven't put a lot of time and effort into, and something that I wouldn't use myself. So I can now confidently say that my new business, Creator Pass, is an amazing product. It can still get better, absolutely, and it's going to continue to get better. I'm gonna update it and continue to improve, but it's an amazing product. It's a great community, and I'll kind of show you the back end, because I think a lot of people don't show like the back end of their business, and I'd love to show you just kind of what it looks like. So for those of you guys that don't know, this is a platform called School. It's basically just a really great spot to host a lot of education stuff. So this is Creator Pass. You can see there's only 53 members. It's very tight knit, but even with that small amount of people, I'm still able to generate over 6 figures a year through this business. So you don't need the biggest following. You don't even need to have the most amount of sales to consistently make really great money. Basically, look, what this looks like is every single day I'll do a check-in with people. So just holding everyone accountable. There is a classroom element. So this is like my life's knowledge, like everything I know as far as like a digital product launch challenge to help you launch a digital product and make a sale in 14 days. The Create Once, Get Paid Forever framework, which is basically how I build new businesses and sell online without having to be super salesy and without having to be inauthentic. Like, you can just build exactly what you want and be proud of it. And that's what I've been doing with Creator Pass. Workshops and bonuses are for my weekly live calls, where I hop on the call, present some information, and then do Q&A after. Lifestyle architecture, this is a little bit more fun stuff. This is something that I've just shared other elements of my life that are not necessarily tied to making money, but in a weird way still kind of are, just like life philosophies and stuff. The Creator Pass podcast, I actually haven't uploaded one in a really long time, but there's some podcasts in here. You might have seen it on YouTube. And then all of the call recordings, which you can see, there's a whole bunch we can see. We started May 1st. Check that. Dang, look at all those calls. And now it's May 6th, so you can see from 2024, it has been officially a year. It's really cool. There's like all these folders and stuff, just showing you the back end of School, like special guests. I've had people on. You can see when all the calls are happening. And it's actually kind of cool. Like, there is a real potential that I do some in-person meetups this year. It's definitely something I want to do, is like build out a network of people that would be willing to travel and get like a villa in Spain and like rent it out for the month and create content and continue to build our personal brands and have it be a mentorship, but a friendship thing. I think there's some real cool opportunities for like some in real life stuff with this business. So it's cool that School has the map. That way I can kind of know where to maybe host the first one. I think it'd be really cool to go like Spain or like Thailand, but it'd also be sick to do in the US. So that's kind of what the back end of it looks like. We also have like a WhatsApp group chat where I'll like send videos. Like literally last night I was on a walk and I was just sharing, there's this island by us called Davis Island. Beautiful. Like Tom Brady used to live there when he was playing for the Bucks. So a lot of really cool stuff. I was just talking. Sometimes it's just literally just chatting. Sometimes it's actual advice and stuff. All that to be said, you don't need anything super fancy to make a business work. Like this membership that I have is $99 a month. WhatsApp's free. There's a few other like little softwares that I use here and there, maybe like another $100. But realistically, this business to run costs me $250 a month, but generates over $10,000 a month. So it's really cool. The space, like the online space is very insane. There was basically no startup cost. I was profitable day one. I literally used the frameworks that I show inside of Creator Pass to do all this. I don't want to make it sound like it's all amazing. This is a year in. When I first launched it, I didn't understand how to price properly. I had a bunch of people join that like weren't a right fit and they weren't getting results. And like, that's one thing that like I was the most scared of is like, I want people to join and actually see results. Like the worst case scenario for me is someone gives me money, they feel like they didn't get what they paid for. When I first launched, like I thought it was good, but I was like, okay, obviously something's missing. Probably say that over the last year, it has got infinitely better. And with this, my whole goal is to really just help creatives escape the client work rat race of having to like work for a client, do revisions, not really work on their own time. I really just like, I personally value freedom. Digital products has given me that. And I want to help as many of my students achieve freedom. So it's cool to now, after a year, start to have a better grasp at like what leads to someone being able to be free. So it's cool to now have some testimonials actually. Chris here, 10K in the last 30 days, insane. Or like Phoebus, literally 10K first 30 days of launching. That's not typical, by the way. My work for today is making an announcement for the call that's happening next Monday because he's gonna be on, I call it a hot seat, where we're gonna be able to ask him questions and see what led to his results, because that's insane. Launching a product and making 10K in your first month is absurd, and we need to figure out what he's doing to get that. And honestly, this is something that like why I've really enjoyed building this business is like, not only can I help people, but like now I'm gonna get to learn from him. Like he's obviously doing something that's right. And like to go from 0 to like 10K in 30 days is nuts. And there's definitely some bits and pieces that I can take away from him. And I know a lot of the members will be able to as well. And I feel a lot more confident talking about Creator Pass publicly now because I know the product's actually really great. From when it launched to when it is now, it's literally completely different and it's only been a year. And I'm excited to keep iterating and making it better. Like that's one thing that I preach inside of my community is like all of these creatives building their own businesses. It's like what you launch with is not what it's gonna be in a year. It's not what it's gonna be in 3 months if you're doing it right. And with that, like I have been through it this year. I have been doubting myself a whole bunch, trying to figure out systems. Like I personally paid for some mentorship on how to run an education platform because like I had never done this before. So I got to go out to Mexico and really get in the weeds and learn about what makes something successful, like something like this successful. Because you know, I can generate eyeballs and sales, but I want to make sure that people are also getting results and that it's a good product and how to just do all the little minor tweaks. Like I'm not afraid to say like, while I can make money online, like I've made, 7 figures in profit all through just content, one-man army, solopreneur, solo creative entrepreneur. I still don't know a lot of stuff and I'm willing to pay to learn how to do stuff that people know how to do. I think the biggest struggle this year though has been alignment for me because I've had to build so much stuff on the back end, a lot more like course content and worksheets and just kind of planning and literally just building this out from the back end. That way it's a good product. I have slipped creatively. I can definitely confidently say that. And I'm excited to get back documented, excited to make some more cinematic content, some more raw and authentic content, because I think that's what I really, really love. I think there's been a lot of self-doubt because to start up this business, I've had to take a lot of focus away from my digital product business. So at the same time this business is growing, I'm not putting as much attention on the other business, so it's actually shrinking. Fortunate enough, that business itself is still a 6-figure business, running on autopilot for the last, now call it 5 months. So I think that's absolutely amazing, but it's been like, dang, do I really want this? Like this battle with yourself. And I know a lot of you guys can probably relate to that. Is like starting something new is scary because it means you have to kind of give up on the thing you've done in the past if you really want this new thing to be successful. So honestly, I'm documenting this to not only for you guys, but for me, because I want to be able to hear what I was thinking a year into this business when it grows, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm glad I'm documenting that. But yeah, this really just feels like the start to something new. Like I feel like now I have the product built, and it took a full year to kind of build this good thing, and it's still gonna be a main focal point of mine. But now I can have a little bit more fun creatively. I've been really craving some new creative outlet, and I wanna show this. So I got a piano yesterday. I went to the Guitar Center yesterday, got a electric piano, and yeah, they told me they didn't have any stands, and I was like, oh, no worries, I'll just put it on my desk. I mean, this is ridiculous. I definitely need a stand. But yeah, I know one of my main goals this year is to document a lot more, create a lot more. I want to learn filmmaking again. Like I feel like over the last 4 years, I've kind of like limited myself from like learning and getting really, really creative, at least with the camera. Editing wise, I've done a really great job of staying creative, but filming is something that I want to get better at. And I also want to just like learn something for fun, like no real purpose of making money. Like I just want to learn piano and have it be this thing that's just fun and not try to monetize it. Because one thing I will say with being a creative entrepreneur is like when you start to monetize your creativity, I think it starts to feel a little bit more like a job. And now working with clients and stuff is like, that really feels like a job to me. But when I'm creating videos like this, like it's really more of just an expression of myself, and that's really great. And I feel like this right here is really sick. So I'm gonna give you guys a little tutorial on piano. I'm not the greatest, and I might say something wrong, probably more than likely, but I've been playing since yesterday, so maybe like an hour or two total. This is what I've learned. I mean, not the best, but that's, come on, you gotta give it to me. It's so fun to learn a new skill, actually. The progression I made, while I know I'm not good, I've got so much better, and it's really cool. Here's a little tip. So in music, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but this is a note. So like a single, that's 4 separate notes. Now together, that's a chord. So you can like do, and that's like playing like notes, and then like together. I have no clue what I'm doing, but it's fun to hear different combinations, and I feel like I have like a decent ear. So like when I play something that doesn't sound right, I'm like, that doesn't sound right, but I don't know how to fix it. And that's fun so far. Also, there's like different settings. So like this is called a string, and I think strings, like I'm imagining like a string instrument. It sounds kind of cool because there's no like cutout. Like when you hit it, you can leave it forever. If you've made it this far, I appreciate you, because I haven't uploaded in 2 months, and this has just been me getting out there, uploading again. There's no real point to this video other than just kind of documenting where I'm at. So I've been in Tampa now. My lease is actually expiring, so it's something that I want to start showing a little bit more. Like I want to start showing what it's like to live in Tampa, because I am no longer going to be living in Tampa after this. I've done close to a year here, and it feels right to just go and maybe do some traveling. But Tampa's amazing. Living in the city, it's a little loud. There's a trolley going by right there. It's been really cool to live in the city, in like the action-packed area of somewhere. I want to show what it's like, because I think Tampa's a great city, and a lot of people should come and visit and try it out, maybe even for living. I think I'd be doing a disservice to not show you guys what Tampa's like. Also, one thing that I forgot, like now I got hair. I feel like I do these lock-in periods where I just like buzz my head. And then I'm always like, dang, I like having hair more than I like being buzzed. But it's, sometimes when you're just like locking in and you need to become a different type of person, you sometimes just the easiest way for me to symbolize that for myself is just zzz. So Growing out the hair again. Got some Naked Farmer. For those of you guys that don't know, I think it's like a Florida thing, but very healthy, whole food. We got some steak, some rice, some tomatoes, some green beans, and then we got some like apple cider vinaigrette. This spot is like dangerously close to my apartment. I probably have it a little too much. I know I was saying in one of my last videos that my car doesn't get dirty. In this parking garage, even makes my brown car look dirty. If you want to keep your car clean, I would not recommend living in the city in a parking garage. I thought it would be clean in like an enclosed building. No. I'm not really a car guy, but my two favorite car brands for sure, Mercedes and Porsche. I think they have the best interiors. Mercedes is a little bit more like techie interior. You know, you got the lights and stuff. Porsche is a little bit more classy and clean, but still like really high quality. And they're both really great cars to drive.
Pull up in that talk at a sim. Phil got blue, his bitch got pennies. One sip drink, I ain't sipping on Henny. Chopping up perfect, chopping like Benny's. Need my dip for the breakfast like Denny's.
You know, I love driving. I will say here in Tampa, it is harder to drive. Like I think it's just the city. Like driving in Chicago, where I'm from, in the city is rough. I just come from the suburbs, so like driving in the suburbs is fun. Here, I feel like I'm always at stoplight. When I get an opportunity to go somewhere like Guitar Center, we're going to pick up the bench because I need the bench. I want to play it out in the living room and have like a dedicated area. That way, you don't have to set it up every single time. Especially because everything's so close in Tampa. I walk to the gym a lot of times. I walk like to food and stuff, so I don't have to drive. So I like having these little excuses to go get something like a piano bench. Look at all these pianos. I've never really ever played an instrument, so I've never really been in a Guitar Center. So yesterday was really eye-opening, but I think I need something like this, like a stand of some sorts. I think I found them. Maybe a music book. Got it all set up. Got the bench. I even got this Jumbo Easy piano songbook, which I don't know how to read music yet, so this is pretty much of zero use to me at the moment. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys in this one. If you were interested in joining Creator Pass, shoot me a DM on Instagram saying like mentor or Creator Pass, or just say, yo Brian, what's up, trying to join. And we'll have a conversation and see if it's a good fit. That's all I got for you guys in this one. Peace.